Good evening, everyone. Do you know what kind of car can get rolled off the side of a mountain, drowned, pushed off a building, and still work? That's right, Toyotas can. The Daily Beast, an online newspaper, released an article in 2010 showing that Toyota Hiluxes are terrorists, as in like people in the Middle East, or a lot of them. Toyota Hilux is their favorite vehicle. Now, if terrorists are choosing a Toyota to get to and from where they need to go, it's got to be pretty reliable. So, if you could have a vehicle, or if anyone could have a vehicle, that could get thrown off a building, drowned, taken to the Arctic, or all these things, and still work, I think they would. But, before anyone buys a car, there's a few things that they need to look at, and I'm sure that you guys would too as potential buyers. And those are durability, price, and for the more patriotic people of this country, what it does for the U.S. economy. And they're all very important things to look at, so I'd like to take a look at them. As you guys are all college-aged people, at least it looks like, something that you need to look at is something that will get you through college and not cost a lot. So your investment needs to be something that will last you for a long time, as you're probably going to be low on cash during these years. So I think that you should look into Toyotas and think of them as an investment because they're a very reliable car, and I'd like to show you how. First of all, durability. I showed them before, and I said earlier a little bit, and what I'm trying to get across is Top Gear released an episode, or 2 episodes, on a Toyota Hilux where it was thrown off a building, drowned. I think they drove it to the Arctic in one episode, and each time it was able to start up and go to the next destination without any problems. So I mean, they literally like beat the crap out of this thing, and it kept working. So, good car, good durability. In a personal interview with my dad, he shared that he had a Toyota for 10 years. It was a 20-year-old vehicle when he finally got rid of it, and it kept ticking the whole time. After well over 200,000 miles, he finally had to replace the engine because, I mean, it was way over 200,000 miles. But he felt like it was a good enough investment that he could put a new engine in it and he could keep going, and it would still work because the rest of the body was in such good shape and he could keep it for a much longer time. The only reason he got rid of it is because we had to move to the mission field, and he frankly couldn't take a little Toyota Camry with him overseas because it wouldn't last on the roads there. But very durable parts. As said a little bit earlier, they have a great lifespan. They last for well over 20,000 miles, so if you're looking at a vehicle for college, great durability, long lifespan, you don't have to really worry about it for any unwanted things during that. Second thing is the price. I said earlier a little bit with the durability is keeping up maintenance and things like gas and oil. Those things are enough for 3-month oil change, putting up gas every once in a while. Those things can get pricey in and of themselves, so you don't really want to have other parts going out right now. Personally, I have a non-Toyota right now. It was a gift, and I didn't really have a choice in the matter. And it's given me a lot of problems. I've had the catalytic converter go out, the engine blew, I had to replace that, a bunch of little leaks and things, and it all adds up, and it's a really big bill. And you don't really want that. So look at something like a Toyota that will last you, and the parts don't really fail, and if you have to get something replaced, it will last you much longer, many hundred thousands of miles. So look for that, great quality parts. Toyotas also have great mile per gallons, so they get you places a lot cheaper. These days, anything above 27 miles per gallon is considered good, and Toyota has a lot of vehicles that do that, up to 35, maybe 40. There's a lot of hybrids as well, so look into stuff like that. A simple look at Craigslist.com will show you how desired these vehicles are. It's the Toyota model is a lot more expensive than any of the other off-brand counterparts, just because everyone knows that Toyotas last a lot longer, so it's really hard to get a hold of them. But once you do, keep it because it'll keep lasting you. Even if people know and acknowledge that Toyotas may last a little bit longer and are more durable, sometimes they don't want to get it just because it's an international brand. And while this is a good thing, and you should be looking out for your country and the U.S. economy, there's a couple things you need to look at. First of all, there's 9 models that are built in the U.S. on one of 10 different factories that are spread all throughout the U.S. That means they're not imported and put together here. That means they're manufactured. Everything is completely done here in the U.S., creating jobs and more for people here. In the year 2010, 365,000 jobs were created, creating a lot of work. 2,000 of them were in Missouri alone, so that's really boosting the economy. And one last thing about that, Toyota has been in the U.S. working and creating jobs for over 55 years, so it's not something that's just come in and trying to take over the economy and we're trying to get international imports and exports. It's something that's been here and that we can use as one of our own. I grew up where the roads weren't roads, and the thing that was going to get you from point A to point B had to get you there, and you couldn't get stuck anywhere in between. And our Toyota did that time and time again, and it still does that till today. So I would suggest investing in a Toyota if you can. If you could have a car that went on like the Energizer Bunny, and on and on and on, wouldn't you do it?